Today is Monday. It's the 25th of the month. Merry Christmas. And hello, this is Wayne Gold. Wait a minute, that's next month.
Yes,
This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. My name is Wayne Alley.
And my name is Kim Best. Good Monday morning.
I'm just kidding around.
He's just kidding. We have Thanksgiving coming up,
We
though.
do have Thanksgiving coming up this week. Today's Monday. Thanksgiving is what day of the week?
Thursday.
Thursday this week.
But guess what tomorrow is?
That? Don't tell me.
It's Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday. I knew that.
But something special is happening on Tuesday.
What's going on Tuesday?
Lights up downtown.
Is that tomorrow night?
That's tomorrow night.
All right.
We're going to be lighting up downtown, turning on all the Christmas lights. The big water tower will be lit up, all happening at 5:30, but at 5 o'clock. We want you to come join us because that's when the festivities begin.
Oh, boy.
Yes. Wayne will have the big reveal of our city motto contest.
I can't wait. I've been trying to find out what that
I know we've been keeping it tight-lipped.
is. It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Till tomorrow night.
That's right, and we're going to find out right there in front of City Hall. We'll have lots of entertainment. We'll have horse-drawn carriage that'll ride you all around downtown, look at the pretty Christmas lights in the storefronts. We'll have cocoa. We're going to have real snow.
Wait a minute.
Real snow.
Real snow? It's going to be like what?
Told
50
you.
degrees. 40,
We talked to Mother Nature. We're going to have real snow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Got all kinds of things happening. So come out and join us from 5 to 8 on the steps of City Hall tomorrow night. Light up downtown.
I can't wait. You know, you and I took a trolley ride last year.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a blast. It was so much fun. Okay, Today, the 25th of November, it is a Monday, and
Yes.
on today's program, we have Jessica from the Partnership for Children is going to be with us.
Yeah, she's talking about their prenatal education classes or childbirth education classes that they offer right there on site.
All right. Sergeant Paige Lerner of Crime Stoppers will be with us.
Yep.
And also the Department of Health, the County Health Director, DAVIN MADDEN, is going to be with us with some great information. Well, you hear about this. Anyway, not necessarily in that order, but that's who's going to be with us
That's
today. Okay?
right. And Paige Lerner from Crime Stoppers is going to be giving us a lot of holiday tips on how to keep your safe and your items in your car and your home safe through the holiday season.
Outstanding. All right. All right, let's take a look and see who is having a birthday on this 25th of November.
All right, let's see.
Remember the TV show Married with Children?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The daughter in the show, Christina Applegate?
Yes.
42 today.
42 years young.
42. Can you believe that? All right. Yeah. Let's see. Also, birthday today for singer Amy Grant. She's 53.
Oh, yeah.
Birthday for Jill Hennessy, who is 45. She played Dr. Jordan Kavanaugh on TV's Crossing Jordan.
Okay, I remember that show.
Jill Hennessy, 45. Ben Stein, one of my favorite people. Ben Stein is 69 years today, known for his monotone delivery. He's very funny, but he's brilliant. He's a brilliant man. He made numerous appearances as teachers in the Wonder Years and on other shows as well. He hosted his own game show, as a matter of fact. But he's 69 years today. Another one of my favorite people is Noelle Neal.
Now tell me who that is.
She played the original Lois Lane on television.
Okay.
The original Lois Lane on TV in Superman. Oh boy, she's 92, 93 years today.
Wow.
93. John Larroquette, the funny man, is 66. Funny guy. Also a birthday today for the Bush twins. That's Barbara and Jenna Bush. 32 years today.
Oh, wow.
That's George W.'s daughters.
That's right.
Sonia Morgan's 50 today. She is the reality star known for her appearance on Bravo's Real Housewives. She attempted to release a premium line of toaster ovens since her appearance on the show, but the product never reached consumers.
Toaster ovens?
Toaster ovens.
Who would have figured?
Who would have thought? Yeah. Joe Gibbs is 73 today. Washington Redskins coach and, of course, big NASCAR coach, car owner. But also a birthday or a birth anniversary today for Joltin' Joe DiMaggio.
Ah.
Joltin' Joe.
Joltin'
Having
Joe.
a birthday, would have been a lot older today. He would have been 99 years today.
Wow.
Former Mr. Marilyn Monroe, Mr. Coffee, Mr. this, Mr. that, Joltin' Joe having a birthday. He would have been 99. He died some years ago.
Well, happy birthday if it's your special day.
There you go.
Make
All
it
right.
special. Well, let's go on to our interviews. We've got some really good ones today, so stay with us.
Our guest today is DAVIN MADDEN, the Health Director for Wayne County. Hello.
Wayne, always a pleasure.
Pleasure's mine. I appreciate you coming in. it's flu season.
Yes, it is.
And in fact, it's been with us now for several weeks. So let's talk about the flu. I want to find out what the flu is. How does it compare to the common cold? And what do you do to prevent it? First of all, what is it?
The flu is a virus.
Okay,
It's
a virus.
It's transmitted through air droplets or on contact surfaces, people disinfected, and it's much more severe than the common cold. For people that's had the common cold, they know, and has had the flu, they know the big difference. It can lead to worse outcomes. I mean, it's very harmful if it is not treated properly, which is rest and getting fluids, and
what are the symptoms?
And getting your vaccine to hopefully prevent the flu.
Okay, well, what are the symptoms of the flu, first of all? If you haven't had your flu vaccine and you're just out around a lot of people who are sneezing, or you're out grabbing a grocery cart or something that's been somebody left their germs on.
Fatigue, stiffness, fever, coughing,
achy,
stuffy head.
Yeah.
I mean, you think a lot of times people think they've got a cold,
right? And
then all of a sudden it takes another turn. Start getting a fever, real bad coughing. Like I said, just tired. Sometimes people even have sensitivity to light when they have the flu.
Okay.
You can have a headache.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the most common symptoms.
Okay. Then you, let's say before you get to that point, you have had a flu vaccine. And those are available at various places throughout the county, including the health department and some of the senior center from time to time, or some of the drug stores. And I've even seen the grocery stores actually had something set up. So you have access to.
Yeah, those are called. They usually do what they call retail clinics.
Okay,
that's what they normally are. Like when you see them in a drugstore, or you see them at a shopping center, or grocery store.
And sometimes businesses or agencies will offer them for their employees as well.
Put through their wellness plan.
Yeah,
that's right. And then of course your private providers offers flu shots for people's primary care providers.
So once you get the flu shot, and 2 or 3 or 4 days later you start feeling achy. Now that means, of course, that the flu shot gave you the flu. Isn't that what that means?
No.
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 Now, what does it mean?
Well, if you get symptomatic with flu shortly after you've had a flu vaccine, it's more likely that you've been exposed to the flu somewhere. And you could be getting the flu, but it's not the flu vaccine that gave you the flu. How
does the flu vaccine work?
Well, like I said, if it's an injectable flu, it's going to be a non-live virus. It's called unattenuated is the term they use, and it's a virus that's pretty much dead.
It's a dead virus.
It's a dead virus, and that's why I said you can't contract the flu from a flu injection, because a dead virus can't replicate.
Well, why would they use a dead virus in the flu vaccine?
Well, the CDC each year they make a projection based on the flus that they see most prevalent in the prior years and what the strains that they see through surveillance, and they usually make up a concoction of the common flu vaccine for that flu season coming up, and that's how they first of all prepare for the flu. And then when they inject, when you get injected with the flu, those viruses. It's a small amount of dead virus, and then your body sees it, reacts to it, and creates antibodies, so that it makes you more resistant when you get around the actual live flu in your area.
Okay, so as I understand it, you're injected with dead flu cells, and those are dead, so they can't do anything to you.
They can't replicate.
They can't do anything.
Yeah, so they can't make you sick.
So your body sees these flu cells, and your body reacts to immunity to those flu cells.
That's right.
So that's how your body protects itself from the flu.
And it takes
about
2 weeks. Once you get injected with a flu vaccine, it takes about 2 weeks for your body to build up the appropriate antibodies.
Okay.
And that's important too, because people that get a flu shot maybe feel at the moment that they're pretty much immune to the flu, and they may go places where people are sick, and then for 2 weeks there, they still have an exposure window. So like I said, it takes about 2 weeks. That's why we always encourage people to get your flu shot as early as you can in the flu season. Flu season is from October to April.
Okay.
And like I said, with that taking that 2 weeks for your body to develop the antibodies, you want to get your flu vaccine, late September, early October. It's going to usually last you all the way through the flu season.
And how long is that? How long does the flu season last?
From October through April.
Through April. So your flu vaccine will last that long if you get it in October, latter part of October, early November?
Should last you until the first end part of April.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Because April's a pretty, March and April start winding down the flu season. You start seeing less and less cases normally. I think it was, I want to say it was last year or the year before. I want to say it was maybe year before. That was last year. We actually saw some spikes in the late part of flu season. That always, raise your eyebrow. Why are you seeing these little spikes in identified flu cases in the end part of the season? Because normally your hot time for the flu season is in that January through March time window there. Through very late December, but all the way through the early part of March. That's usually when you have your hot season for flu, when you see your most
cases during that period.
Yeah, but like I said, once you start getting out of March, you start really kind of winding down the flu season, and it's not as prevalent. So every time you see a spike, I think we did last year, we saw a couple of spikes. But overall, we haven't seen a lot of flu cases in North Carolina this year. Hasn't been abundant. It's been pretty good this year. We've had low numbers. We want to keep it that way. We attribute to we have a high vaccination rate here in North Carolina. We're above the averages. And that's important, and that's why, because the vaccine breaks the chain of transmission.
What would you say to people who say, I don't get the flu shot, I've never had the flu, I don't need it?
Well, it's a personal choice.
Okay.
In my business, we don't force anything on people. It's a personal choice. However, there's about 50,000 people that die each year from the flu. 50,000 people that die from something that we have a vaccine that prevents. A lot of people. And I tell people, even if you're healthy and you don't want to run the risk of getting the flu and not get vaccinated, think about the other people, though, that may not be as healthy, that you could possibly get sick if you got sick. See, that's how you control the spread of viruses is through vaccination, is you break the chain of transmission. If one person has got vaccinated and they're between a person that's not, or another person that could have a immune system compromised or could be more susceptible, that person that's sick breaks at the person who's vaccinated. The transmission of the virus stops there, and it doesn't get to the other person. It could be that flu could really be detrimental to them. It could be fatal.
If somebody's in really good shape and they decide not to get the flu shot, can they still acquire the flu germ?
Absolutely.
And then transfer it to someone who is more susceptible?
Well, they'd get the flu.
They would get the flu.
They may have milder symptoms in some people.
That's the point. They might just think it's a cold.
Well, I don't know. The flu's the flu. It's pretty rough. I mean, I think they would know if they thought they had a cold. They'd think they have a really terrible cold.
Okay.
But they could have milder symptoms.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, they may not have just a mild fever. They may not be so bad that they're in the bed. I mean, I've seen people have the flu and getting up, moving around, and going to work when they shouldn't have been. They should have been at home because they were saying, well, hey, I feel good enough I can come to work. Yeah, but look at all the people you're putting at risk.
Exactly.
All the door handles you're touching and the keyboards and shaking hands, and I mean, you're running a risk of getting people sick that may not be as healthy, and they may have a much more adverse reaction to getting the flu than that person would.
All right.
So it's not just about one person. That's why it's public health. It's about trying to protect the public from transmitting viruses, and that's what we do with vaccines. We protect the individual, but we also use it to stop the spread of the viruses.
Get the vaccine. And if you decide not to get the vaccine anyway. And
people should be vaccinated during the flu season.
Should be vaccinated.
And if you're around small children or around the elderly or caretaker, you should definitely get, especially because you can't give a flu shot to a child under 6 months.
Right.
So if you have an infant around you at any time in the house, if you're a babysitter, if you're a grandparent, don't hesitate to get the flu vaccine. You're protecting You're protecting the infants. If you're an elderly caretaker, or if you deal with the elderly, get the flu vaccine. Don't run the risk of putting them at risk.
And if you get the flu, stay home.
Stay home. Recuperate.
Yeah.
Take the time to get better. I mean, sometimes it can run a course of a week. I know people don't want to miss work or miss sporting events or family get-togethers or or church activities. Stay home.
And how many people die each year?
close to 50,000 people.
Close to 50,000 people die every year.
To something that's preventable.
Wow. All right. David, thank you so much.
Thank
David
you.
Madden, the Health Director for Wayne County.
Have you thought about going to the Partnership for Children of Wayne County? Well, there's many services that are offered, and here's one today that you may not have heard about. It's childbirth education classes. And joining me today is Jessica Harrison. She's a childbirth educator at the Partnership, and she's here to tell us all about it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you. I don't believe you've been on the show before.
First time?
Well, I'll tell you, these classes that are offered at the Partnership for Children are fabulous. Many people across our community have been through the classes, witnessed the classes, and every single time I hear somebody that's been through it, Jessica, I'm hearing the same thing over and over. They're wonderful. I tell
Great
all my
classes,
friends,
yes.
great classes. So why don't you tell the public a little bit about who you are, what you do at the Partnership, and how they can find out more about these classes.
Alrighty, well, like she said, my name is Jessica Harrison, and I've been working at the Partnership almost for 2 years, and it's been a really nice experience. I really enjoy teaching the classes and work with all different age groups, all different backgrounds, and really enjoy teaching about the childbirth process, how to handle different things throughout pregnancy, how to experience labor and what it's going to be like and what to do with those experiences, and also how to take care of a little baby when they come. So lots of great things that we teach, and the classes are a lot of fun. We like to learn through laughing, so it's always a good thing.
Absolutely. And when a woman is in that situation where she is expecting a baby, especially her first baby, you know, sometimes it's a little uneasy. They may be a little bit nervous about what's to come. And so these classes really do help inform them and educate them on
Right.
what will be, you know, what to expect.
Sure.
So tell us a little more about how long the classes are and what they learn during the courses.
Okay. The classes, we actually have several different options depending on where you're at throughout your pregnancy. So we do have classes that are offered in the evening times from 6 to 8 every Tuesday, and it's usually over a series of 8 weeks.
So every Tuesday for 8 weeks.
Right,
Okay.
from 6 to 8. We also have classes that are offered during the day from 12:30 to 4:30 over a 2-day period. So if you call and you're really close to your due date, you don't have time for an 8-week series, it's kind of a nice option
Okay.
for you. Or, you know, if you work during the evenings and prefer to come during the day.
Right.
We also offer Saturday classes occasionally as they're needed. We try to shy away from them if we can, but we do offer those as well throughout the year. And we also teach in the high schools. I don't know if you were familiar with that as well. And so we do different times and different dates depending on what's needed as well. So that's kind of what the class schedules look like.
Well, tell us how much does this class cost?
It's actually offered for free. Absolutely no charge.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
The entire class?
Yes, everything is offered. All the materials are offered for free. Each class is offered for free. Absolutely no charge at all.
Well, you can't beat that price.
You really can't.
Oh my goodness. Well, this is one of the, you get a packet,
Yes.
packet of information, and one of the books that I have had a chance to look through is this particular book.
Wonderful resource for new parents.
Exactly, Prepared Childbirth the Family Way, and this is a book filled with information, and all of these books that you all give to the parents, a lot of this research is based on information from the Academy of Pediatrics.
American Academy of Pediatrics. Yes, it is a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
Yes, but it's all based on the most current research of what's recommended for moms throughout their pregnancy, throughout their labor, and also how to take care of their infant as well, and how to take care of themselves after they've had a baby. So really great information, up to date, very current, great pictures in there as well. A lot of times it's easier to learn with visual aids, that kind of stuff, so it's got all of that in there as well.
Now, do you all teach out of this book?
We do, but it's really not lecture style. We do reference the book a lot, say, okay, on page such and such, you'll find this, but really it's almost like having a conversation. We kind of share experiences and stories and that kind of stuff, so we let them know what to expect, and then on their own, if they'd like to go through the book and read into more detail, it's always an option.
So it's not a lecture style, more conversational.
No, right. Ask questions throughout the class, very informal, just a great way to learn new information at a very comfortable level.
Well, now, is it just the mother, the expecting mother, that comes to the class, or how does that work?
Absolutely not. You're certainly welcome to come alone if you would like to, but we very strongly encourage that whoever your support partner is, support person, whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, your mom, your grandma, sister, aunt, whoever. So we strongly encourage you to come with someone, take the classes. It's always nice to have someone else there with you as a support, but also to remember some of the information we cover. You're in labor and forget everything. It's nice to have someone there who says, oh, okay, I remember what we're supposed to do. So we strongly encourage you to bring somebody with you.
Now, the people that teach these classes, tell me about who they are and what their qualifications are.
Okay. I work with a doula, and if you're not familiar with that is, it's a professional labor coach or professional labor assistant. So she actually labors with some of our participants in our program. It's not a requirement that she do that, but I work with her, and so she's been, gosh, maybe 20 plus years, has been doing going through labor with different families, helping them through their birth experiences. I also work with a registered nurse, and work very close with her in the high schools, so she works with us. I'm a childbirth educator, currently working on my Lamaze certification. Took the exam and hoping to get results soon, and so I'll have that certification under my belt, which will be wonderful. So those are the different people that we kind of work with. We also work with a lactation consultant from Goldsboro Pediatrics, so that's another great resource information for us.
For sure. Now, as a part of this particular class, do you all take tours of the hospital so moms will know where to go, moms and dads know where to go on the expecting night when labor begins?
Yes, we do. That's part of our evening series that we offer. And even if you come to a day series or a Saturday class, you can still attend the hospital tour. It is, like you said, a wonderful a great way to just say, where do I go? You know, what's it going to look like? What's it going to smell like? Where, you know, what's that experience going to be like? So we do tour the labor and delivery side. They actually get to go into the rooms and see the different instruments that they use, and kind of know what to expect from that. And then we go over to the postpartum side, see what those rooms are like, swing by the nursery. It's all kinds of fun.
Well, so it sounds
it's really
like
nice.
Well, you know, I would think that when you're not in the moment of the labor has begun and you're in a hurry and everybody's in a tizzy, it is much easier to go through the labor and delivery side of the hospital, you know,
without fear.
Tour the hospital, be able to ask questions that are well thought out, things that you may not think of when you're in a hurry and you're excited and you're anxious.
Right, and it's hard to make good decisions if you don't know. So giving them the information helps them to make an informed decision so that they can have the birth that they want.
Now, these classes have been going on for quite some time at the Partnership for Children.
Right.
And I myself have been a part of the class for a while and have spoken with some of the other instructors, and I remember her saying hundreds and hundreds of young people throughout our community have gone through these classes. Yes. And are constantly recommending them to their friends and their family because of personal experience.
Exactly. And we get a lot of our participants just from word of mouth. You know, people really enjoy our classes, recommend it to their friends and family, and we do get a lot of traffic that way.
So you have options of a evening class, which is 8 weeks from 6 to 8 on Tuesday nights.
That's right.
You need to sign up well in advance.
Please do. A lot of people think, you know, they wait until their third trimester to get into a class. But as soon as they know they're pregnant, we welcome the calls, and we can get them scheduled ahead of time. Our classes do fill up very quickly. So as soon as they can, we recommend that they call right away.
And remember, you can bring your husband, boyfriend, whatever your support is, bring them to the class with you, let them be a part of it, let them learn with you all along the way. And it really helps educate both of you.
Right.
Especially that first child.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Well, Jessica, it sounds like you've got lots happening, as always, at the Partnership for Children. It's such a hidden little treasure here in our community that I brag about on a regular basis. I think you all are fantastic. You do great things there. And these classes, like I said, for those who have been through it, constantly are recommending it. If you want to find out more about it, they can visit your website, which is pfcw.org. And on the website, if you see anything about childbirth education classes, prenatal classes, click on that. It'll take you straight to Jessica and Cookie's information, the other instructor. To sign up, there's the telephone number, 735-3371. I can't believe I remember all that.
Yeah, my extension is 243, so that'll reach me. Cookie's extension is 226, so that's kind of a direct access to us as well. Or feel free to just stop by the Partnership, and we can sign you up whenever you come.
And that's 800
North William Street.
North William Street. There you go. Well, Jessica, thank you so much for being with us. Your little friend here that's sitting beside you.
So good.
He's one of your little models that you use
Right.
whenever you're teaching the class. He's been mighty quiet
I
throughout the
know,
interview.
he's a
What a
good
good
little
job
baby.
he's
I
done. Well, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to hearing more about what's happening at the partnership.
All righty, thank you for having me.
And visit them at pfcw.org for more information. Today I'm talking with Paige Lerner from Crime Stoppers and Goldsboro Police Department to find out who's on the most wanted list. And recently we have an individual that you're needing the community's help with, right, Paige?
Yes,
All right, can you tell us a little more about this particular incident?
absolutely. We had a break-in reported to a vehicle on November 1st. The individual that lives at 301 South Claiborne Street here in town said that they came outside to find their vehicle while it was parked at their house and their driveway had been broken into. Unfortunately, that person had about $10,000 worth of camera equipment in their car. And after the investigation was complete, warrants were actually secured on an individual, and her picture's up on the top 10.
On the city's website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if they actually go to the City of Goldsboro's website and they click on the police department and they look at the top 10 right there on the left side, they'll see this female's picture also.
Okay, and what is her name?
Her name is April Rhodes, and she has 2 outstanding felony warrants for her. It's for possession of stolen property and obtaining property by false pretense. So again, I'd just like to remind people, if you are looking at this picture that I brought today and you want to take another look at a later time, her picture will be up on top 10 along with other people that have felony warrants.
And that's on goldsboronc.gov.
That's right.
goldsboronc.gov. Go under departments, click on the Goldsboro Police Department, and then you will see top 10 right there on your left. Click on that, and it has everyone's picture that is the most wanted, top 10, and you will see April Rhodes' picture as well, if you need a close-up view of that.
Right, and we're, again, as usual, we're asking, you know, obviously if you're looking right at her, you can give me a call at the Crime Stoppers line, the 735-225 number. If you just got information of where she hangs out or where we could easily find her, you can either call me or text me on that same line at the 222-4230. Or if you're looking right at her, you can certainly call dispatch, you know, and dial 705-6572 if you can't reach me immediately. And we'll set up a code name and we'll get that person paid for calling with that information.
Well, Paige, during the holiday months, of course, people are going to need to be a little more secure about their items in their car and in their homes as well. Can you give us a few tips on some things through the holidays? They're coming up right around the corner.
Right.
Some things that we need to be aware of as we're out shopping and as we're purchasing more and more items. We have these bags. What do we need to do with these bags?
Well, you know, this time of year, unfortunately, especially the vehicle break-ins are on a rise, and people are looking, these bad guys are looking for easy targets. You know, first off, lock your vehicle. Don't leave your vehicle unsecured. And then we hear so often, well, we'd rather them just open the door than break the window out. But I really don't think there's any merit to that belief. They're going to either break it out or they're going to open it up, and they're going to steal anything you leave in your car. But so many people, especially women, leave their purses in their car, and so often they think if they tuck it behind the back seat or underneath that it's okay. It's not.
But these individuals that are looking for this type thing, they know all those tricks.
Right.
And they're aware of them, and they're looking hard for those type triggers.
We leave our electronics plugged in all the time. I'm sure everybody that's sitting in the studio has been guilty of that. We plug our cell phones in, we plug our GPSs in. We don't want to take the time to undo those, but you need to take your purse with you. You need to unplug that GPS and tuck it inside a compartment. If you absolutely have bags that are full, you know, sometimes I'm guilty of this. You shop all day, you go to the vehicle to get rid of some so you can buy more.
Right.
If you absolutely have to do that, put them in the trunk and lock them up where they're not visible.
Right.
They really need to keep their cars free of anything that somebody might see. That's easy access.
It's an easy target.
And when they're parked in their driveway, you know, unfortunately, they need to lock their cars. Don't leave those personal items in your cars. Take them in. And if you're at home, you know, remember to use your outside security lights.
Absolutely.
Remember to turn your alarms on if you have an alarm system. So many people just don't take the time to turn it on. Turn your alarm system on. Turn your lights on. Talk to your neighbors. You know, use any outside source that you can.
How smart is it, Paige, to you're at a shopping mall, you're on your cell phone, and you're walking towards your car?
Right. Not good. I mean, I know it's going to happen, and that's just how the society is. But you need to be familiar with your surroundings. A lot of times these people are just sitting in a car
waiting and watching.
They're, I was approached the same way when I was out of town this weekend. 2 cars. Unfortunately, I knew what was going on because I'm familiar.
Right.
But the average citizen may not realize, these 2 cars were actually patrolling the lots, having one person saying they were out of gas, they needed cash. It's okay to say no and get in your car. We see that happen a lot. You need to be familiar with your surroundings. There's not a reason. You can probably make it to that car and get in and then get on your phone.
Right, because being on the phone is just more of a target for them because you're not as aware of your situation and your surroundings, and they're watching for that. That's one of their triggers. So lock your packages in your trunk if you need to secure them, if you have to put them somewhere.
Right.
Unplug your GPSs. Put them in your glove compartment and lock it as well.
Unplug those cell phones, take them with you, because those cell phones right now and those GPSs, especially these iPhones, they're a hot topic. They're a hot commodity. If you pay attention and you see some of the pawn shop signs, some of these trade stores, you'll see we are looking for iPhones, we are looking for iPads. You can see what these individuals are looking for. We are looking for TV sets.
Wow.
Don't leave these things out in your cars.
So turn your spotlights on at your home. Make sure you lock your car at all times, no matter where it is, whether it's a home in your own driveway, whether you're out shopping somewhere. Lock your car. Do not leave your purses in your car ever, but especially during the holidays. But it's just a good practice not to leave them in your car at all. And just try to keep yourself protected. Holiday season is the time, unfortunately, when people are going to be out and about looking for an easy way to make quick money. So protect yourself through the holiday season. Thank you so much for being with us, Paige. Visit GoldsboroNC.gov to visit the top 10 list of the most wanted here in our community. Go under Goldsboro Police Department, and you'll see that list right there if you want a close-up view. Thank you for being with us, and this is what's happening in your community.
And we are back on WGTV. That's Wayne Goldsboro Television, the week of Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you.
Yes, indeed.
I hope it's a special holiday for you.
And I'll remind you, and of course you know this already, as when you're out driving, whether it's across the county or across the country, please wear your seatbelt, drive defensively, and drive like you got some sense.
That's right. Click it or ticket.
That's it. Yes, I like that. That's good. Well, that's good. Even sounds good. All right. No, but the big thing is to watch out for other people, because you know what you're doing, but
defensive driving.
They don't know what they're doing. That's exactly right. Take it easy. Trivia question, very quickly.
Ready.
All right. Which president of the United States, and there's been 43 different people who've been president, which one had the most children?
Most children.
Children. Yeah. Who had the most children?
I have no idea.
Here's a clue.
Okay.
15.
Children?
No, yeah, 15 children.
Nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Wow.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Well, that still don't tell me.
Okay. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Friday afternoon movie matinee at the Senior Center, at the Peggy M. Seeger Senior Center, now offering Friday afternoon movie matinees.
Oh, fun.
They have a license now to show movies at the Senior Center. They're offering free movies on some Friday afternoons at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. The first 2 movie matinees will be held Friday, December 13th, and then Friday, December 20th at 4 p.m. 4 p.m. And they will be holiday movies, and this is at the Senior Center. You can call the Senior Center on the day of the movie to find out the exact title of which movie will be shown. The number is 731-1591, 731-1591.
That's
they're
nice.
also interested in finding out the name of the movies that seniors would enjoy watching, so please let them know your preferences. If you want more information, call Aaron at 705-1785, but call the Senior Center, 731-1591.
Well, on those same 2 days, Wayne, after you watch your movie, on Friday, December the 13th and Friday, December the 20th, you can watch your movie, then you can head on over to Herman Park for Jingle in the Park.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, you like that word today, don't you? I know you do. Jingle in the Park is happening once again this year. It is going to be at Herman Park from 4 until 8. It is 2 weekends in a row this year. That is the first time they've ever done that.
Wow.
They're going to do it Friday, the weekend of December the 13th and 14th, and then the following weekend, Saturday, December the 29th No, December the 20th and 21st. And they will have so many things happening. If you've not been to Jingle in the Park, you're missing out. And it's for everybody.
Everybody.
It's for all ages. Let me tell you, they light up Herman Park. It is fabulous. Santa Claus will be in the park house if you want to visit him and get your picture made. They'll have, let's see, what else? Movies. They have a movie screen that is huge. It's an inflatable movie screen. It's
Wow.
outdoors.
That is
And you
cool.
can sit on some hay bales and watch a movie.
Hey.
They'll have the fire explorers from the fire department over helping you around a big fire pit make some s'mores.
All right.
How about that? So you can
right.
eat some s'mores, you can hear music in the gazebo, there'll be different groups entertaining, different school choirs will be there entertaining. The Polar Express will be running, which is the Kiwanis train, will also be running. They'll have candy cane hunts about every 30 minutes. They're going to have hay rides around the park and around the local neighborhoods to look at the Christmas lights. All this is free of charge.
And it's for all ages, but only
All
one-
ages.
One age per person, please.
What he said.
Yeah, right. Okay.
That is all. Remember, the weekend of the 13th of December and the weekend of the 20th from 4 to 8 on both Friday and Saturday. Jingle in the Park.
President number 10,
Who was it?
John Tyler.
John Tyler, not one of our most popular presidents.
Well, not a lot known about him,
Yeah.
but he was president number 10, and we've
had
up to
15
up to
children?
44 now. He had 15 kids, and believe it or not, and this is the absolute truth.
Okay, I believe you.
Some of his grandkids are still living.
Really?
I'm serious.
Have you talked to him lately?
Not lately.
Okay.
No.
Touch
But
back
you-
base with him.
listen, we're talking about the president. Lincoln was number 16.
Right.
Buchanan 15.
Wow.
And it goes on back. He was number 10, and his grandkids are still living. Two of
And
them.
it's not great grandkids?
Nope, they
It's
are grandchildren. Grandchildren.
Fact check. You checked them.
Oh, I know this. Yeah,
He knows
I've
it for
seen
a
them.
fact.
I've seen them before. Yeah, I've seen
15 children.
15 children, and 2 of the grandkids still living.
Wow.
They're
President number 10.
180.
Yeah,
No, they're not.
right.
No, they're not. But they are in their 70s and 80s.
My goodness.
Yeah. Well, he had children when he was very along in
Older
years.
in age.
And yeah, and then his kids had kids when
Did
they were
they?
older. Yeah. Well, his kids had kids when they were older, so his grandkids are still living. And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
There you go.
All 15 with the same woman?
Yes, all 15 were the same. Yes.
Wife.
He had one wife.
One wife, 15 children.
She was a lot younger than he.
Okay. President number 10
That's the key right there.
to that situation.
Right, and all that.
All right.
And that's all I'm gonna say about it.
Thank you. All right. Well, that's all for our Monday.
Thank goodness.
All right. We got to go. And don't forget, we'll join you same time, same place tomorrow
Well,
in WGTV.
That's exactly right. We'll be right here beginning at 7 o'clock, and we'll replay throughout the day. So join us tomorrow morning. And until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.